status bad. Keyframe frequency. The hell's the keyframe frequency? That might help. Okay. I think I'm live. Yeah. Okay, guys. Sorry for the brief delay getting everything running. But it does look like I'm live, at least. I can see myself here. Hello. All right. You should be able to hear me a little bit better now, because I only have one mic going, and it's this one right here. So, yeah. Okay. Welcome everyone. So let me do a quick introduction. I'm still trying to gauge if my live stream here is working properly the way I intend it to or not. So if all of this is lost, I hope not. Audio's low. I can fix that. I'll turn it up just a little bit. All right. Again, my mic is in a weird position, so I have to talk this way, even though the camera's this way. But all right, what I'm doing today, guys, is a live build, as it should say in the title. I'm going to be putting together this test bed right here. I have a few unique parts going on. Primarily going to be this Praxis Wetbench. This is made by Primo Chill, and it's a very unique product, and I'm going to be assembling that. That's probably going to take the longest amount of time. Beyond that, though, I have some new parts here, specifically a brand new Gigabyte X99 Ultra motherboard. There's a bunch of new X99 motherboards coming out right now. Why? Well, I'll talk about that at a different time. Anyway, audio's perfect. Cool. Awesome. I'm glad you guys can actually hear me. I was kind of concerned about that. Anyway, all right, so let me just run down all the parts I have. Aside from the Praxis Wetbench, I got an EVGA power supply. This is the 750 G2 Supernova, not the NEX version. I recommended the NEX version to some people in the monthly builds at the beginning of this month, and I got scolded heavily for that. This is one of the really highly rated ones, not the NEX. Anyway, 750 watts. This is a test bench, so a lot of these parts are probably going to get moved around, swapped around at the future time. But I wanted to have everything together to actually get the system up and running. I have a GTX 1080, and this is just going to be put in because it's here. The graphics card doesn't really matter, and in fact, what I wanted to do was make a straw. I forgot to do this before the stream started. I was going to make a straw poll so you guys could vote and tell me whether you want me to put the 1080 in or the Fury X, because I got a Fury X, and the Fury X honestly would match better because it's black and red, but it's not as new as the 1080. Anyway, if anyone in chat is feeling helpful and wants to make a straw poll, 1080 versus Fury X, what should I drop in this at the end of the build? Again, it's a test bench. All these parts get swapped out frequently, so it's not going to matter all that much. Anyway, finishing out everything, X99 motherboard from Gigabyte. This is the X99 Ultra Gaming. It's new. It's fancy. I'm kind of curious to see if it's really got these LEDs going on in between all the DIMM slots. We think those are LEDs. That could be interesting. NMAX ETS T40 power CPU cooler. I got the Trident Z memory from G-Skill. It's the new kind of white and black design version of it, which looks pretty cool. And I got storage. Of course, our Neutron XT 480 gig. Just needed an SSD to throw in there. And that's it, right? That's all the parts that we need. Everyone's in chat seems to be saying 1080. Also, my head is chopped off. Framing is difficult. It was either like chop my head off and give you guys a better look at what's going on down here, or chop my head off. Also, wait. Oh yeah, there we go. So I have different camera angles too. So I do have a top-down camera angle, so I can switch to that, or I can do the picture-in-picture mode. So yeah, I can switch around between those, but I'll probably be doing top-down for a lot of this stuff. Anyway, that's all the parts that we need in a computer, right? I don't think I missed anything. I see some people in chat are asking for a CPU. All right. Good point. We got two options here. Let's see which one I should use. No, we can't use that one. I mean, we can, but we can't. I'm going to set this one aside. Let's just say as carefully as I can that this motherboard is compatible with Intel LGA 2011-3 socket CPUs that are Core i7, the enthusiast platform for mainstream customers. So a CPU I have that fits up with that is going to be this one, which is the 5930K haswell-e. But again, any Intel Core i7 LGA 2011-3 mainstream CPUs should fit into this motherboard. Keep that in mind for the future. Okay, let's move on and actually start building things. People are getting bored. I've been introducing parts for far too long. Alright, I'm going to move stuff aside, and what I really need to begin with here is honestly this Wetbench here, because it's going to be the majority of the assembly. Or I could do the motherboard for it. No, I'm going to do the Wetbench. Get these out of the way. And I do have a chat window up right over here, so I will try my best to keep an eye on that and provide you guys some answers to questions or whatever else you might want to talk about. Set the CPU precariously right there. And, oh, I forgot to even mention, I mean, I mentioned it last night, but I'm leaving today. I'm literally, I'm going to the airport this evening to leave for Computex. I'm going to Taiwan. So that's why this build is very last minute. But I wanted to get it done for a few reasons. I want to have this test bed ready when I get back. I also want to make sure that, well, actually this Praxis Wetbench, when it first showed up, I was kind of stoked on it. So this is kind of a flat packed, build it yourself kind of deal. Praxis is by Primo Chill, as far as I know. So I think that's just their line of maybe test beds, wet benches, whatever. It's a wet bench because it is not just a test bed, but it's also meant for water cooling. Now, I'm not putting any water cooling stuff on this today. I think that would take too long. It'd be too dangerous to do live. But I will be assembling it and showing you guys how it could potentially be set up in the future with, oh. Hey, I got a little message from Brian there. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, they've been developing this for years, or so they say. Return policy. Anyway, all right. So I got the manual here. I also have some notes directly from Matt over at Primo Chill, and that's to give me hopefully some tips and suggestions on getting this thing put together properly. Let's switch cameras. There we go. So here it is, all flat packed, clear plastic. It's good to know with these types of things. You gotta wrap them up very tightly, because you know if they shift around in shipping, it can get pretty scratched up. If you order one of these as well, you get to choose your color options. And the color options, here, let's do this. Hey, now you can see both. The color options are pretty wide and varied. So I know for a fact that Ed over at TechSource already got one of these. I saw him post a picture of it. He went with red and black, because those are his colors. I've decided to go with white and gray. So the primary color is white, and then underneath is gray kind of accents or whatever. I think that's the metal pieces here are the white, and then the gray is like the plexi. I think it's got plexi under there too. Is that everything? No, there's more in here. There are many pieces to this particular puzzle, and now they're everywhere. Okay, let's try to check chat. Prices for the 1080 are $1,000. What? The 1080 is up for sale now? Is that today? What day is it? It's the 25th. It's not time for that yet. Shouldn't be for sale. It's for 2 more days. All right, I gotta clear all this stupid box out of here. Taking up too much space. All right, let's go back there. Box goes down there. Foam padding. All right. Now I have no idea how this thing is actually assembled. So this could be this could involve a fair amount of trial and error here. All right, again, instructions. I've heard it's not terribly difficult to assemble, but again, I did get some suggestions straight from Primo Shell. All right, attach acrylic accent pieces to left and right leg. All right, we're just gonna do this in order then. Acrylic accent pieces. Oh God! Also gonna drop and destroy things today. I'll be doing that a fair amount. Where are the legs? These are the legs. Those are the acrylic accents. All right, cool. Gotta have my trusty knife. Try to open carefully without damaging or destroying anything. I did nick the foam right there, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, so these are like, sweet mother of God. Maybe I should be doing it on the desk, on the table, and not on the other piece. Okay. Foam. More foam. More foam. Alright, so here's the two side pieces. Look, there's rubber feet on the bottom, so that lets you know where it should go. Aha! So those are the two sides. You just prop them up like that. We're all set. Alright, I need to get the acrylic out now. Did I say plexi earlier? It's acrylic. Sorry about my mistake. 5930K, yes, is the CPU I'm going to be installing. And again, that was just because it was what was here in convenience and what I am able to show and install right now. Not to go into too many specifics. Try not to allow anyone to read in between the lines too much. Alright, so these are the accent pieces, and these are what provides the color. So there are set colors that you can get these external pieces in, and then the accent pieces here. I think there's a few more colors you can get for that, but it does make it so that if you do order one of these, you can get it set up, you know, pretty custom for yourself with whatever color combination you want. I chose the gray and the white because I wanted this to be very flexible. I wanted to make sure that whatever hardware I happen to drop onto this thing, it will match too much, and it won't be like, oh, I have like an orange one and now I have a green motherboard or something. I don't know, something like that. Like I didn't want it to come up. All right, there's hardware. I'm gonna need some of this hardware. Oh, I love when hardware gets packed like this. It's actually individual baggied with labels. So much nicer. I always try to give credit for that when, especially case manufacturers. It's very handy when they do that for you. Hope you guys can still hear me okay again, by the way. If anyone's joining me, just kind of at the spur of the moment, my mic is off to the side, so I'm trying to turn to it when I can. But, alright. Here we also have a PCIe bracket, expansion slot bracket. I also have a trash can down there. I should make use of that. Okay. So I need to find... What? Oh, I see. Alright, I need to find very specific G and E screws. G would be the acrylic socket cap. What? Okay. This is the part of today's video that I was most concerned about as far as just kind of moving things along in a bit of a normal fashion. Throwing together a test bed I could do in 10 minutes. Building a test bench that is being built from the ground up takes a bit longer time. Alright. Sounds good. Awesome, guys. I'm really glad you can hear that, because, again, this was very, like... I was getting the cameras wired up. I have extensions going all the way back. That system back there is what's streaming this, but I had to do some HDMI extension cords to position the camera. I got this overhead camera, which may or may not run out of battery during the duration of the video. But it is way better than the webcam I was using before, I will say that. Alright, there should be a cap in here or something. Where is it? That's a G. Oh god, there's a washer. Oh, I hate washers. I need a split washer. And I need an M3 socket cap. Alright, I think I got the M3. That looks like M3. Oh, tiny washers. I should have brought a bowl of something out here so I could put these in the bowl. You know the one thing that I'm missing that I do not have, that like it seems like all of the tech YouTubers and everything have, but I never got, was a magnetic tool tray. I do not have one of those. That'd be nice to have. Anyway, all right, I'm just gonna put these back here. That'll help me keep track of them. And let's try to show you guys. Yeah, that's better. All right, I like that. I like that. You can see me, and you can also see the top down. All right, so I gotta pull this stuff off the acrylic here too. This part's actually pretty satisfying. It's like, oh damn it, very satisfying except when they drilled holes. All right, this isn't too bad. Here we go. Here we go. Here it comes. Give you guys a better angle on this. You know, the other nice thing is that I can actually focus this, although I'll probably do it wrong. Does that work? There. Ah, yeah. Look how cleanly it peels off. Look how pristine the material underneath is. I'll be honest, I've built some acrylic test beds before that are built out of acrylic pieces. I like this one because it uses both acrylic and metal. And I will say that when this particular part of the acrylic printing and cutting and whatever is done improperly, it's a real pain in the ass. Like if they're using cheap adhesive or like, you know, inexpensive stuff to keep these protective, you know, the whatever this protective paper part is. Like if that's crappy, peeling it off is like you just don't want to do it. It takes forever and it breaks all over the place. This isn't being too bad so far. It's even getting around all these hex cutouts that they did and that kind of thing. All right, ta-da! Here's one piece. I'll do the other side. Oh my God! I got a donation. Jerry, thank you so much for your donation. He says he's a longtime viewer and his first time catching me live. Well, Jerry, I'm very glad you're here, and I'm much appreciation for the donation, sir. Yeah, I'm weird about, apart from our live stream that we do every Tuesday, me and Kyle, that we did last night. I'm very bad about telling people when my live streams are going to be. This one in particular here, I think I give people about 10 or 15 minutes advance notice. In fact, this one in particular here, I kind of knew about last night. I was intending on the show last night to announce several times, by the way, guys, I'm going to do a live test bed build tomorrow. Everyone, you know, tune in if you have a chance, and I just didn't. But, you know, that's how some hardware goes. We had technical difficulties at the beginning of the show last night, and that really throws me for a loop. We weren't as prepared as we thought we were when we went live, and then everything after that was just like felt frantic and frazzled. That's okay though. Again, we're just trying to get through what we need to get done, like this week and last week, so that we can get to Computex and be relatively caught up. All right, so that's gonna go right there, like so, and then I need. I think it's in here. A, B, and D. Where's my B? All right, so this is my B, my M3 thumb nut. Everyone got an M3 thumb nut on you? This is it right here. Okay. Thumb nut. It goes here. This has to be correct, right? There's no way this could be incorrect. What? Oh yeah. Alright, thumb nut goes on the inside. Cool. Wait, where do they want the washer? You gotta be very specific about this. I don't want to have to do this more than once. The washer. Where's the washer go? Washer goes on the outside. Okay. Sorry. If I had a suggestion here, I don't know. It's hard when you're printing user manuals like this. You know, making them black and white it costs less. But sometimes when you're doing 3D images, especially when you have two pieces and they're white and gray, it can be harder to tell what's what. All right. See what's going on in chat. Can I turn the volume up? I shouldn't turn the volume up because it will start peaking. I know where I'm at right now is about as high as it can go. I'm going to try to turn this way and project towards the mic a little bit more when I can. But yeah, that is this is an evolution of my live streaming configuration, and I still have some work to do on it. The video configuration, the cameras, since both cameras are GH4s is what you're viewing me on right now. And it's, yeah, you can probably hear Hero snoring. Hero's down there taking a nap. I'll put this back here too. All right, time for more plexi peeling. But yeah, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Just answering a question. Audio is good. Yeah, the breathing is literally Hero. I deal with Hero's breathing. It depends. Like sometimes he just kind of breathes softly, and other times he really starts snoring. And it sucks when I'm in the middle of filming something and I have to turn around and tell him to wake up or something or just stop snoring. And he gets he doesn't like being separated. He gets separation anxiety. He's a pound puppy. So even if I were to put him out in the other room and close the door, he would get upset by that. He'd want to be in here with me. So, gotta deal with it however you can. Yeah, this is an interesting case. It is not necessarily a case. It is a test bed. It's made for open benchmarking, but it's made to also look pretty nice and give you a sort of a better showcase for your parts and hardware and whatever's on top of it. Now, the reason I wanted it, well, I mean, I use test beds. I have several test beds now actually that I kind of switch between. The one thing that none of my test beds have right now is a really purpose-built radiator mount, like for a 120 or a 240, particularly a 240. And I often end up just hanging it off the side or like setting it on a box next to the test bed, and it can work, but it's not as elegant, let's say. So this I'm hoping will be a much better solution. And what I should have done is posted the link to this in the video description, but I'm gonna have to go and do that after the fact because this morning I was just trying to get things underway. All right. And again, I am leaving tonight for Taiwan. So, that's a slight concern that's weighing on the back of my mind too. I do have some packing still to do. So, if this for some reason takes longer than it's already taking, which is, wow, this is already taking. I didn't even consider that I was going to be peeling. I was going to be doing so much peeling of stuff off of acrylic panels, but that's how it goes. It's a sacrifice you have to make. But yeah, if this takes too long, I might have to be like, guys, I need to pack. I'm going to miss my flight, so I have to cut it off. But there's hopefully plenty of time before I get to that point. Hey, Total Tech Addiction. Thank you, man. Thanks for donating. Thank you for you're always around. I like that. Always with the retweets, the support. All right. Getting tired of peeling paper off of acrylic. I think there's only like one more of these. A big piece. All right. But this is how you get that two-tone look. And this is also how they're able to provide customizability to make your own unique little configurable version. They set these up so that they could mass produce individual pieces, and then just throw them all in together into the box depending on what color combination you order, and there you have it. Okay, it goes there. I've already done this before, so I should be able to do it faster now. Another one of these M.3 nuts. Oh good lord. Okay. And now assembly part number 2. It's weird, there's only one screw that holds these on, but I'm guessing, no, the other screws are going to go on from the side to, yeah. That's how that will work. Alright, what's going on? Wow, I have 1,700 people watching. Thanks, guys, for all being here. I'm going to try to keep up a, you know, talking and all that stuff. So hopefully you gain some benefit or insight, or you know, maybe you're just bored on a, what day is today? Is today Thursday? No, today's Wednesday. Maybe you're just bored on a Wednesday and you need something to do. And hey, that's cool too. All right, so those are the side panel pieces assembled together now. Looking pretty decent. And there you can kind of see like this effect I got that going on the side there. That's pretty cool. It kind of lets you see the other color. All right. Now we can move on to step 2. Instructions. Oh God. All right. I need F. Note: attach one leg at a time. F. General assembly. M4 6mm low head. Those are over here. Right? Yeah, that's 6mm. Sure. How many of these do I need? Looks like wait, 8. 8 of them. I really hope these are the right ones. Pretty sure they are. Okay, and it wants me to do one side at a time, and we're going to be installing now the base plate. So that goes across the middle, and then there's another piece that's kind of at an angle that goes up right above it, or so I'm told. This looks to be reversible. Always important to double check that kind of thing. And yeah, let's do that. Okay, sure. Everything's fine. This is gonna go over here like this, and those just screw in from the side. Does this actually hook over? I can't tell. TSU and CD-ROM mounts. Oh, this is a hard drive tray, is what they're calling it. Ah, it does go over. Okay. Cool. So that actually hooks through here. You know what I haven't done at this point is read any of these special instructions that Matt sent over for me. I do have them up right over there. I imagine at some point I'll get to, the point where I don't know what to do next, and I'll have to go to that. Oh, these are hex. Hold on. No, this doesn't fit. Where did my hex bit go? Good Lord. This is the exciting part of the video. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I also had this set up where I was like, oh, my workbench is right there. I can easily move over to it if I realize I need something that I don't have. And then I threw down all that box and everything in front of it, so I blocked myself. This is my very well organized bit collection. Ah, this is awful. The stupid thing is, I have one of these extensions that I'm pretty sure has the right attachment on it that I thought was sitting right here, and it's gone. Will this fit? That'll fit. Okay. Praise the Lord. All right. See, I would have been more prepared for this if I had actually opened this up before I did it live on the stream, but that would have been disingenuous. Okay, we're back in the game. Got the power screwdriver going. Yeah. Wait, that didn't do anything. Why didn't that do anything? My bit's gone. Nothing's working. Hold on. I'll do this one first. Alright, that one is biting. Why isn't this one biting? Oh, okay. Alright. This is not reversible. Problem solved, though. Hopefully. detaching that, moving it over here. Oh god, my shirt's caught. Alright. Okay. How's everyone doing in chat? Oh my god, Bite My Bits. Thank you for the donation. Yeah. My favorite game on the Vive so far. It's my favorite game on the Vive. Gosh. I mean, Hover Junkers is pretty fun. I mean, I'll be honest, I have not played nearly as much of the Vive as I should have at this point, but in my defense, like, I got the Vive, 1080 launch happened, I'm about to leave for Computex, there's other launches that are about to happen, so, yeah, my Vive time has been very limited. I do have, like, the beginnings of a video that I did. I mean, I shot a bunch of footage when I first unboxed it and everything. So, you know, I do have coverage to do for it. It's just, you know, it wasn't really ready. It wasn't, I hadn't got to the point where I was like, this feels like a complete video. And Kyle got his first, so he did the, like, unboxing of it. And, you know, by the time I got mine, there were so many Vive unboxings. I was like, well, no one wants to see that anymore. I want to bring something that's, you know, more experience-based or that kind of thing. Which, again, I have in the works, but I do not have any video planned for the Vive until after I get back from Computex. Lots of stuff planned after I get back from Computex. Oh, look, see, this is like a little handheld, you know, so you can pick it up and move it. These little handles here. That's thoughtful. All right. Come on. This part is a little precarious because you got to angle it to get it through so it can wrap around and hang on. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Why doesn't it want to do that? The other side did that. The other side did that just fine. Now this side's being like, I don't want it. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! Is it beginning to take shape now? Is it starting to make more sense? Where did I put those other screws? I thought I had. Oh, I did. Okay. Again, little magnetic screw tray thing is one of the things I do not have. All right, let's mix up the camera angle here. There we go. Let's focus. Autofocus. Nice thing about the GH4 and streaming with it is it's not actually recording. When you're recording with it in this mode, you can't use the autofocus, at least not when you're in manual focus. But if you're just streaming out of the HDMI, you can. Okay. I have no idea what people in chat are talking about. Buying things. Something about, probably it's GTX 1080s maybe. This hex bit, it's actually a star hex bit, and it's like it's working, but it's also getting stuck in every one that I screw in. Probably help if I didn't use the electric screwdriver. Well, it didn't stick that time. Okay, one more. Awesome. It's beautiful. I think it's fine. I think it's fine as is. We should just stick with this and no. Alright, we need to put some drive trays on there. Those are going to be installed from the bottom. And that must be this right here. Cool. Let's open them up. What do you guys do with like the waste material from a product after you've opened it up and taken it out of the box and put it all together and stuff? I have different habits that I do with that type of thing. When I used to work at Newegg, you know, Newegg has these policies for returning stuff, and they're always like, you know, you're supposed to return everything, like all the packaging, all the materials that came with it and all that stuff. Whereas, you know, a lot of other places don't require that. So I got in the habit of just like always keeping everything. But I do that less often now, I find. Once I get it together, like if it's working and everything, I toss a lot more now, like retail boxes and stuff. Matt! There's Matt! Matt's telling me to read the cheat sheet. Matt must just be joining me. But Matt, thanks for being here. Hope you got my tweet. This is, I'm kind of reading the cheat sheet. Finger tight is okay. Hard drive, all right. So, yeah, I did finger tight. I mean, granted, I wasn't using my fingers, but it's tight enough. All right, I'll keep that a little loose. See, this is why I should follow through with things when I set them up. All right, for step 2, when attaching the right and left leg, lay the sides down flat or as close as you can, insert the tray, then pick up the sides, letting the two lock together. Good advice. So, if you guys build one of these at home, don't do what I did. I think what he was saying is you lay the side down flat like that, and then take this bigger piece and kind of drop it in from the sides to let those hook in. I didn't have too much trouble getting that in there, but it's got a little overlap right here, which you guys can't see because I'm using the top-down view. But yeah, it's got this piece that comes out and overlaps that you screw in, and yeah. Anyway, okay, let us proceed. Since Matt's in chat now, I have to make sure that I follow his instructions. For step 4, wait to tighten the socket caps down until the acrylic accent lines up with the motherboard tray. Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, that helps. But right now we're on this step. We need the nylon M4x8 screws, which are those. These? Yeah, these. They're one of these in here. Okay. These are nylon. That doesn't look like M4. I think, shoot. I think it's these little guys, right? Bay drive. We need, this is I. Bay drive M4x8mm. 632.25 inch and M3 by 5mm. So the 8mm would be longer than the 5mm. Is that the metal ones? I bet it's the metal ones. That would make more sense. Or it's these. I think it's these. Because they're all nylon. Yeah. And those are the GPUs. Okay. Yeah, these are for the GPUs. Okay. I got this figured out. I'm on top of things. Matt is maybe trying to explain to me in chat how I'm doing everything wrong. No, I hope not. Okay, so these are going to go on here and here. Like so. And they look like they can slide around a bit, perhaps. It's always convenient. And yeah, alright, we'll do that. By hand, these are nylon screws. I haven't used nylon screws very much. But they seem to be doing a decent job. Alright. Get one on there. I'm double checking chat to make sure if Matt's telling me I'm doing things wrong. Also, going after the wrong screws again. Wait, no, this does have I. No. I was this one. Yes. No, I think I'm still... I hope I'm still doing this properly. Also, yes, as suspected, I did that backwards, but it's okay. I only did one side in so I could flip it around. All as planned. Let's switch back to this one. Okay. So this is just a drive cage to go underneath. Just got the two sides of it, and then I'm guessing, you just drop the drives in there and bolt them in from the sides. I didn't see any drive mounting hardware, right? Any of those little extra pieces that they put on the sides to, attach to the drive and then mount the drive in there. I think this is actually a 5 1/4, perhaps. Or I could be wrong completely. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I'm just going to follow the instructions and forge ahead. Get 2 more of these. Sweet Jesus, we're up to 1,800, almost 1,900 people. Guys, thank you. Thank you all for joining me on this very unscheduled live stream here on this lovely Wednesday morning. It is a lovely Wednesday morning, and again, if you just joined or you haven't been watching the whole time, I am doing this with a bit of a deadline hanging over my head because I am leaving for Computex this evening, later today. Alright, those are in place. I think maybe the nylon screws are there so that they're easier to like pull out and adjust and stuff. That would make sense, I think. Alright, next is the CD-ROM mount. So this, what is that? Oh, alright, so that's 5 1/4 or 3.5, I think. Maybe there is a tray that I'm missing somewhere that comes. Whatever, it's okay. We'll figure it out later. This is the power supply mount, as far as I can tell. And this goes on the same way. With, oh no, but it goes on that way. This way? Yes, this way. Okay. And that would be at the back. Alright, cool. This makes sense. Ow! Sorry. Didn't mean to break anything. How are things going in chat? Yes. Guys, donations are by no means necessary or anything, but if anyone does want to, you can't do it on the YouTube site. You have to go to gaming.youtube.com/this video channel, which I did not link on when I shared this, I think, earlier. Oh, so this is kind of cool. So these brackets, you know, they just go on under here, and since these are, wait. No, I have it the wrong way. Wait, let me make sure I'm right before I... Yeah, alright, I am right. Alright, so these go in right here, and since they're on these rails, the brackets can just slide forward or backwards, or however you want to gently caress and enclose your power supply on both sides and hold it in there. I bet it's a little bit cumbersome to get it in there and get them mounted, but seems like a good solution, especially for something like this where it's hanging from underneath this tray versus the ones that have an actual platform built down there that you put the tray on. All right. Any other? Somebody's having IKEA flashbacks. This is, I don't know, this is probably a step up from IKEA. One or two steps up. Why is my phone buzzing? Let me see if this is urgent. Yes, Matt, it's my cell. Is it Matt? If you call me right now, Matt is now texting me because maybe I'm screwing up. I gave him no advance warning. I actually, from what I told them when they first hit me up and said, you know, we want to send you one of these, I was like, I really don't think I'm gonna have any time, particularly before Computex, to do this. So this, again, was not unplanned, and especially that I'm building it live. I hope there's not too much nail biting going on over there. But yeah, Matt, if you want to text me, if you call, it might be awkward right now. But if you want to text me, I'll definitely catch that before I catch what's going on in chat. James, thank you. Oh, that's a £1 donation. That's better than $1 because it's GBP. I just recently got my first Amazon affiliate payment from my UK affiliate account. It was like 80 British pounds or something, and it was a check, and I was like, what do I do with this? So I had to take it into the bank to deposit it, which is cool. But it ended up being, it was like 80 or 85 British pounds, and it ended up being like 120 bucks US. So I was like, cool. It makes it even more money. All right. Brad, thank you for your donation as well. And he watches both me and Jay, and he thinks that he might like me better. I am flattered by that, honestly. Jay's awesome though. I really like the stuff he does. We're friends, so if you like us both, that's cool. I don't know. I'm not a hugely competitive kind of person, generally speaking. So, all right. Let's move on to the next part, which is going to be assembly of the... I think this part is kind of good to go for right now. Let's switch camera angles again. So I'm going to set this aside. I don't know where... Oh, right here. There we go. Setting that aside, and we'll move on to the motherboard tray. Yes. This is the motherboard tray, and then there's also this piece, which this is the radiator mount. So you can see right there. Check it out. This can do like 240, 360, 280, 420, right? 280 plus 140 is, yeah, 420. Okay. Let's do some more therapeutic removal of this stuff here. I'll switch angles again. So, anybody? Are there like fetish channels that strictly do this? Drives mounted on top of the tray. Oh, okay, cool. Update from Matt. Well, I'll explain to you guys when I get that piece back out over here. That'll be easier. But yeah, are there like YouTube channels or anything where people just do this? It's almost like, I feel like it's kind of like, you know, there's like the ASMR channels or whatever where people just go and just peel the plastic protective coating off of stuff and reveal the oh, I got some scuffs there. Oh, it's alright, it's wiping right off. And reveals the pristine, shiny, you know, unblemished finish underneath. So gorgeous. In certain situations, if I'm doing an installation and it's got something like this, I will do the entire installation and leave this stuff on. But with something like this, you know, you're going to be screwing screws through it and all that kind of stuff, so it would be very difficult, I think, to peel all of this covering off after you had done the assembly. But, you know, I'm sure some people might try it, and it does make you a bit more confident about not, you know, damaging these acrylic panels. I'm also just kind of realizing right now, as I'm looking at the way this entire thing is built and put together, the acrylic panels, I mean, a lot of it is really accents, and I mean, they probably don't provide too much structural support, but since it's kind of like the panel sits beneath the metal piece, you know, it's like you don't have to worry about if it gets scuffed or anything, because really it's just kind of those edges that are peeking through. And I guess on the other one, if you look at it from the side, that's a little bit more visible, but by and large, you know, you'd probably have to be less concerned about that. Oh, the logo here. The logo is going to be difficult. Come on. Come on. Here it comes. Here, let's utilize my camera's zoom feature. Hey. Actually, it's one of the things I was most happy about when I got this overhead cam. My overhead camera is actually a little precarious, to be honest, but when I got it up there, I realized, like, oh, I can just reach up there and zoom in. Super handy. There we go. Praxis. Okay. Of course, it does shake the camera a little bit, but that's alright. Okay, so... Oh, I forgot the other side. It's like, ready to move on. No, there's two sides to this. How are things going in chat? People are saying it fuels the OCD. Wow, I broke 2,000 live viewers. This is crazy, guys. Really appreciate y'all being here. I hope you're all bored and this is making you less bored. I mean, I hope you were bored before and now slightly less bored. That's really my goal. Slight reduction of boredom, and perhaps vicarious PC assembly. Those are my specialties. You know what I didn't prepare for myself? Water, a drink, anything like that. My thought was that this wouldn't take terribly long, but I'm estimating, oh god, I've been going for like 40-50 minutes already. Once the test bench is together, the rest of it should go fairly quickly. All that stuff I've done before, and you know, kind of know what I'm doing. All right, back to the logo again. I gotta say, I really like this color combo though. I like that it's kind of the lighter gray. I think it actually matches with the walls in the background. Kind of unintentionally. I wasn't even really considering that. Again, I wanted something that was color neutral, but I didn't want to just go black and white. But yeah, I think the gray with the white actually looks pretty nice. All right. There were special instructions for this step, which is basically not to wait to tighten all the socket caps down so you can line up the acrylic accents, which makes perfect sense. Okay. All right. The finish on all these metal pieces seems very nice so far. Barring, you know, a scuff or two here or there from shipping, but not too bad. Got a little ding there, but you know, that's on the underside. It's not going to be visible at all. Nice clean paint though. Especially these cutouts. I mean, this is some pretty detailed cutout work here. And the paint looks very clean all around them, you know. Again, it's not like it's been wet sanded for you and everything, but pretty good shape. Yeah. Alright, so now we put this piece here under this piece here. I'm just laying it on top temporarily, I promise. And now I once again need to figure out which of these screws I use. G goes into... What? Oh, G, E, and B. Alright, more of those then. The thumb nut, the acrylic, and the washer. Okay. I'm looking in the wrong bag again. I put this bag over here, separated it because it's special. Also, there's a train coming. How many of these do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the nuts that go on top are over here. Okay. How are things in chat? What are people talking about? Oh! Haha! Matt, thank you for your donation, sir. $5 donation. Much obliged. He built his first ever water-cooled computer. Yes, Matt. Definitely tweet me a picture of that. I will do my very, very best to view it and appreciate it and reply to you. I don't know. Honestly, the next 24 to 48 hours are going to be very strange for me. Whenever you fly to Asia from the U.S. or from the West Coast or wherever, it's a little disorienting at first. Time change and all, going across the international date line. It's like you lose a day. I'm going to be leaving tonight, but I'll be arriving Friday morning. Thursday will just be gone. I'll be like, where did Thursday go? It will have disappeared into the ether. No explanation. So yeah, it's going to be a little disorienting and everything, but I've done it before. It's not too bad. Usually going there is not bad. Coming back is murder though. Okay, how do they want me to do this? From the bottom through the... No. I gotcha. Hold on. I bet there's a tricky way to do this. Alright. This goes here. Lines up. Cool. What I want to try to do is get like 2 of these done, just, you know, hand tighten down here, and then I can flip it over. It'll stay in place. Ah! Or maybe like this. This is a better option. I'm going to do it this way. Except I lost my washer. No, for real, where'd that washer go? Oh, there it is. Cool. And yeah, I can see why Matt was talking about the getting all this lined up, because you know it's kind of offset, so you want that color accent to peek through in an appropriate fashion. And if this was not lined up properly, then you know it would look not nearly as good, I think. Okay. All right, the train's almost gone. If anyone caught when the train first started rolling by, you can imagine how annoying it is sometimes when I'm trying to record or whatever. Because I'll hear the train. I hear it from a mile away. I've got that, you know, special hearing that happens now where I'm like, oh, the train's coming. And then there's different trains. The one that just rolled by is a terrible train. It is the hateful train. Oh, I did that wrong. Yep, I did that wrong. It's alright, I'll fix it. The hateful train is the one that just rolled by, and it is a freight train, and it stops wherever, I don't know where it stops at, but it stops somewhere over there fairly close. And so whenever it comes by, which is usually late morning, right around this time, it is going very slowly, and it has two big ass engines on either end. So the big ass engine on the front makes a bunch of noise, and then it rumbles along all slow for like way too long. And then, oh god, and then finally it's gone. We have peace and quiet again. All right, what's going on? Can I do a dab? No, it's not. This is not that kind of live stream. I don't know. Isn't that over yet? Dabbing? I guess it also depends on what you mean by dab. I know there's different interpretations of what that actually means. Okay, let's not dive into that though. Oh, that looks pretty. It does. See the cutouts and they kind of peek through. All right. I do not have all of the screws attached, so that's why the side's still hanging down. Cool. So yeah, some assembly required here for the Praxis Wetbench. Now people are asking what a dab is. I don't know. Look, I don't know anything about that. That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Wow. All right. So I've been going for almost an hour now, and I am almost to step 5. But you know what? I'm cool with it. Because actually, the thing I was most worried about, because I used a similar setup to this yesterday for the live show, because we showed off some of these motherboards, and you know, tried to give people a closer look at them. We're using XSplit last night though, and it was definitely choppy when I was switching to the other camera. So I tried to change some of the settings, and I'm using OBS to broadcast this right now. So I don't know if it's the OBS switch that did it, or if it was some of the settings that I adjusted on the cameras, but it seems to be a lot smoother today. So I'm happy about that. I don't even know how to dab. It's like you put your arms to the side. I'm a very contrary person, and something like that, when it comes up and it gets all popular and everyone's doing it like everywhere, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't know. It's just how I am. Like, too many people did it already, so I'm not interested. But you know. Okay. All anyone wants in chat is for me to dab, apparently. Or to do a dab. Is that the difference? Is to dab or to do a dab? I think that's a very key differentiator right there. But again, we're not going to dive into that. Okay. Look at that. Look how pretty it is. Now I see what Matt was talking about. Because it's not quite straight down here. Damn it. It's alright. We're gonna adjust this. We're gonna make it perfect. Thank you for making these little thumb screws. It makes it much easier to do this. Aha. Alright, so I just loosened the thumb screws a little bit. And here, let's do the zoom in thing again. So I don't know how well you can see that because I'm not focusing very well, but got the Praxis logo to line up more appropriately with the gray color beneath it. So there we go. Cool. Zooming back out. All right, so this is up to standards for me, I think. Move on to the next step. Well, let's tighten these down so it doesn't slip over on me again. Cool. Alright, I think I might have had a text message that I ignored. I did. Matt's sending me much longer messages now. Oh, the drives mount to the bottom. Oh no, the drives mount to the top on those rails. Okay, cool. Oh. Yes. Matt, I can't give you permission in chat right now, but I will tell people that Praxis is giving one of these away right now. So go follow Primo Chill on YouTube. I'm sure they'll have information about it. And Matt, you are welcome to link that in chat, but I don't think you have access to, or you might not be able to. But yeah, I don't want to get too distracted trying to fix that for you right now. Okay, let's move on to the next step, which is the motherboard standoffs. Oh. Okay. Alright. I gotcha. Okay. So this goes over here. Right about there. Cool. Other way though. Goes this way. And that mounts with F, which is the M4 by 6mm low head. I think there's more over here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, more of these hex screws. Sure, I'll be fine. Or not. Let's randomly switch camera angles again. Okay. So the hex screws here, I need to mount right here. It's not going according to plan. It just slips out. I don't know what to do about that. Alright. Just gonna mount this here real quick. I don't think I need washers or anything, right? It can just go in. Yes, F. Okay. Awkward. Slightly awkward. This is mainly the lack of proper tools, I think. I have a very strange hex configuration going on here, which is really stupid because I really have the proper stuff over in the tool chest over there. I just don't want to go spend a bunch of time trying to fish it out because I already tried, and when I'm just not there in the stream, that I don't feel like that's really appropriate. All right, again here we're doing the methodology of tightening these down, but not all the way, keeping it a little loose so we can slide it around a little bit. Because this does have a little bit of a give. It can adjust back and forth a bit, and that is obviously so once you get the motherboard in there, you can make sure that lines up properly with the graphics cards. And now we have all these guys. So these are like super long screws that they come in from the bottom, right? Yeah. Part A, Part B, Part D. Yeah, these are the motherboard standoffs. So the motherboard standoffs come through from the bottom. So let's switch the camera again. So these long screws go through from the bottom like this. And then you get these plastic pieces. Hold on. Aha! So it screws through the little plastic bit. Oh, I'm gonna need my screwdriver again. Anytime I need to hand rotate like a screw more than 4 times, I'm like, now I'm getting the electric. Ah, it's way better. Okay. Is that visible? Yeah, you guys can kind of see that. So that gives you a standoff, and it gives some extra space. And then there's an additional B piece, more of these M3 thumb nuts that go on there, and that's to provide the proper amount of spacing, I have to imagine, before the motherboard gets installed. Oh geez. Right. Yeah, that seems about right. At least once it's screwed in all the way. Stop that. Okay. So, another top-down view. Wrong way. Trying to focus. Alright, so there it is. That's the motherboard standoff. Mounts from the bottom, screws in through that little post, and then the piece on top gives you just enough screw left over to stick the motherboard on top. Or at least that is my assumption for now. At least potentially until I get a text from Matt. Tells me I did it wrong. Okay. So I have 9 of these to do. Let's try to line these up so I can do it in an efficient fashion. I've already done 1, so I need 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 of these little plastic pieces. They're not in here. They're in here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Alright, I'm going to screw these in for a while, and I will do my best to check out chat. I'm going to try to make chat bigger so I can actually read it from over here while I screw these in. I haven't gotten a text from Matt, so I hope that means I'm doing things right. Is the focus... Oh, I need to fix the focus? Hold on. Hold on. Alright, the camera thinks it's in focus now, so I'm going to pretend to believe it. Oh yes. If anyone is building this in the future, make sure you have an electric screwdriver, because it's just a lot of threading you gotta go through with these little posts. And I think that made it way, way easier and way, way faster. No, my phone's buzzing again. I must have screwed up or something. Or maybe I said something that's wrong. No point in reading chat, it's all about dat boy and dabs. It's also a frog on a motorcycle. I'm not balding. You're just viewing a top-down view of my head, and I have very short hair. Is this going through? Oh no, it's not. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, I've discovered a potential thing that could cause a bit of an inconvenience. Hold on. Okay, so what happened here was the plastic bit is rotating around the screw inside of it. So as I'm trying to use my electric screwdriver to screw that in, it's just not working. Okay. People are hyper-threading, something like that. Hold on, let me double check again and see if I have any emergencies. Oh no, that wasn't. What? Never mind. That had nothing to do with anything. He said, never mind. I did it right, is what he's trying to tell me. Yay! I'm the smartest man alive. That was perfect timing. Don't know what just dropped. Okay. here we go. Another shot at this. Much better. Cool. Three down. Yay. All right. Just gonna check these to make sure that they're tight on there. There are a few extras, thankfully, so I don't think I have any concerns there, but we do want to make sure that everything's lined up. Also, this motherboard does not have a micro ATX. Okay, cool. So there are spacing here for both mini ITX, although I don't know why you'd want to do that on a test bed this large. Micro ATX, which also would be a little silly. And then of course full-size ATX. And although the screw spacing is for standard ATX, there is extra width on the side here, so I do feel like probably eATX you'd be fine with on this particular setup. Although you might not be able to, you know, use these for cable routing or whatever. All right, more screws. Here we go. I'm getting the feeling this video is going to be about an hour and a half of assembling the Praxis test bench, and maybe 20 or 30 minutes of me putting everything else on it at the end. That's okay though. Okay. Look at this efficiency. I'm not even putting the thing down. I'm moving right on to the next one. Super efficient. Okay, I see there are people displaying some of their country's flags in chat. That's cool. I see my head is completely blocking the view. Nothing to be done. Jeez. Cool. 4 more. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, 4 more. You know what I should also just make sure I'm keeping an eye on? Wait, where is it? Oh no, cool. My overhead camera is running off of a battery. But it's a GH4. So it still has full 3 bars. So a very nice thing about the GH4 is the battery life. I keep looking over at chat and I don't know I don't know how to explain what's going on or anything. It's just, I'm probably, it's getting a little warmer in here. I do have a fan I could turn on. Oh no. Oh, this one's doing that thing too. Okay, I don't know what's to be done about that. But again, thankfully there are extras of these, so I will use the extras. No! No! Alright. Well, if I was reviewing this would be my first thing that I would probably say could be improved. Those, the heads on these caps spinning is not the most convenient. especially when you have to screw them through a fairly lengthy bit of plastic post to get it to go in properly. The plastic post gets tougher to screw into as you get through the whole thing, so that's why I'm getting partway through, and then the caps on these metal screws catch a bit of resistance, and then they start spinning, and then you can't use the standard screwdriver Phillips head thing on the end anymore. I don't think doing it by hand would help too much, but let's give it a shot. Alright, that one did fine. And we are down to two more. Okay. This is reminding me a little bit of back when I did videos at Newegg, and we'd have lots of cases that came through, and that was actually one of the things I really enjoyed about the job there. Was there's just so many different products that I'd get the chance to check out really quickly. Oh no, Nori wants to go outside. Hold on. Anyway, though, let me let the dog out. One sec, guys. Nori. Go out that way. Okay, sorry. What was I talking about? I got another message. Yes, this is the Praxis Wetbench. They're doing a giveaway right now. Matt says they're working on better standoffs. So it has already been received. Isn't that amazing how things work now? It's like that feedback has already been received by the manufacturer somehow. But again, it's not end of the world or anything. And thankfully, again, they provided extras in here. So the three I've had it happen with so far, I can just bypass for the time being. And even if I could even get around it to like a little bit of glue or thread locker in there or something would cause the cap to stay on. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. The nice thing working at Newegg and having all the cases that would come through, and I get to check them all out and that kind of thing. But that was one thing that I would always try to give praise for, because it wasn't always the case. Would be the cases that came with the motherboard standoffs, like pre-installed and arranged for you. Because it just, it's one of those things where a manufacturer has to pay someone to do that. Like, usually it's an assembly line worker who's going to go in and mount those all up for you. Because, I don't think they can do that with machines. So it's an extra cost involved in the case, but it does save you a bit of time and convenience in the long run. Of course, with a system or a case like this, which is being shipped flat packed and, you're going to assemble it at home, which is much better for shipping costs and that kind of thing. Obviously, you can't have the best of both worlds, but all right. Now these little caps on here, and then I think we're just about ready to put this piece on top of the other piece, and then put all the other pieces on top of this piece, and maybe proceed with things. All right, there are some guys that go on there, but I'm gonna leave those off for now. We are now going to wait. What? Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Now we get the big piece. I'm dropping things again. I don't know what it was. Here, the big piece. And let's switch back to that. Here's the other piece. I don't know if this is in focus or not. That might have helped, I'm not sure. And then this piece goes on top of this piece. Like that. It actually goes on and then it like slots down. So it's got these little guys here. So I need the F. More of those low head screws. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Is that right? What? Well, the dogs went outside, so now they're not. Now you can't hear snoring anymore. Okay, I think those are the right ones. 6mm. Okay, 6mm is all they have. What? You say 6mm, but those are clearly two different lengths. I don't know. Easy. Okay. Never mind though, we'll just proceed. I need this guy again. And of course that was what dropped. Alright, so I think these can just go on like this, and then that just pops on over the top of it. So you can, because if you want to get at this underneath, like these slots here, these are 2.5 inch. Matt sent me a picture. These are 2.5 inch spaced here. The wider ones are 3.5 inch spaced. So that's where you can install drives just right on top of there. Which maybe I should do before I get too far along here, but it's okay. RIP COD. Alright. Mods. We're modding the mods. Okay, that goes in like so. And then this can go on top. Theoretically. Yeah. Jeez. Screwed him in too much though. There we go. Cool. All right. It's looking pretty good. Let's give you guys a better look. So here it is so far. Like so. Looks pretty solid. The thing I don't like with some of the all acrylic builds is like they squeak a lot when you wiggle them back and forth. Not getting much of that here, thankfully. And again, it's just been put together for the very first time, so if there is, that type of thing can smooth out a little bit over time. And making sure all these standoffs are tightened down now, although actually I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited until the motherboard went on for that. It's okay though. And then the last bit here is just for this radiator mount, which I actually don't really need right now. Well, I'll still put it on there. Yeah, I'll put it on. Huh. So that goes like that. Okay. Again, guys, Praxis or Primo Chill is giving away one of these. I don't know the exact format or anything, but I imagine if you go to the Primo Chill social media, you'll be able to find out how that is being arranged. In the meantime, though, alright, so I'm actually going to skip at least part of this, which is that this does come with some surface, or some buttons. And I believe those buttons get mounted onto either side here and here, like that. But since I'm already going pretty long, I'm already at 1 hour and 24 minutes right now, I'm going to skip this part for now since the motherboard I have has surface mounted buttons and everything. I will potentially wire that up in the future, and again, that's just to save some time, because you do need to do the wiring on those little plugs there. I will drop this on the back. I need more of these little guys. Yeah, very strange. I have all of these little hex screws, and there's one that's in here that is longer than all the other ones. But I think it's just an extra that got in there, but I don't know how it would get in there with the other. Or there's like, but I don't see it listed in the guide either. Right? Because they're all 6mm, which I think is what these are. Anyway. Again, not a big deal, just weird because it was just confusing me. I was like, what is this? What is this one for? And have I been using the wrong screws for anything? Second guessing myself. All right. I got another text. Maybe it's Matt giving me more information. The nuts go on the standoffs to hold the motherboard down, not on top. All right. I thought there might be two, like one underneath and one on top. But okay, I'll do that. Aha. And I'm being informed that for this radiator, you can do a 360, or you can do a 420 on the outside of it. So that's cool. I guess for putting one on the inside, you're a little bit more limited on the space, but still, I mean that's plenty for most people. Ah. My one little adapter here I got for my hex thing is like the one that apparently is also not magnetized. It keeps falling out everywhere. Alright. Also funny is that I have a big red notice over on the YouTube page for the stream. This just says bad. It says that my stream is bad. But everyone seems to be thinking that everything's going okay, so I don't know. No one seems to be complaining about quality or anything. All right, so let's slap this on the back. Might as well change the view. Ta-da! And then I don't know how you would tighten this down. You need I guess an Allen wrench would be best. It's another thing I have a lot of that would probably be more useful to use than hand screwing this thing like this. Okay. I also didn't have it on there all the way. Nah, no! I literally just want to get one of these tightened down so it won't fall off. Dogs are getting mad. Jesus. Alright. That is what we call good enough. Yes. Again, my special technique of using my bit here and just holding it from the side to screw things down. I have another text. I'm in the middle of everything's going so smoothly right now, though I don't want to check it. Probably means I'm about to screw something up. All right, let us proceed. All right, as far as I can tell, yes, I've gone through the entire instructions. Oh, there's don't tighten down. All right, cool. Well, Matt just informed me this is meant to like go in most of the way, so you can pop this on and off without too much difficulty. I tightened those bottom ones down a little bit, but don't worry, it's just finger tight, so I'll be able to fix those. Alright, let's get the motherboard installed and proceed with actually setting up the system here. Actually, I should prep the motherboard first. That would be wise. Just a moment. These have the definite possibility of popping off and rolling away on the floor somewhere. Finally! Everyone's like, finally! Live stream the entire Taiwan trip. They have good internet in Taiwan. I do not know if it's that good. Although I should at least have cell phone service there. That I'm happy about. I literally signed up for T-Mobile just for a month because T-Mobile has really good international support. Okay. Standoffs are good. Set this aside again for just a moment. Motherboard prep time. Yay! Let's put down a little rubber mat. And I'm actually going to attempt to do this fairly quickly. Let's see how fast I can actually set up this motherboard. Again, this motherboard is a Gigabyte X99. See, I just said I'm going to do this fast. Now I'm actually going to give you guys a better look at the board. Assuming this works. There it is. Look how pretty that is. This is probably a much better view of it than you might have gotten on the show last night. But anyway, this is the X99 Ultra Gaming. Brand new X99 motherboard from Gigabyte. I believe it has some LEDs built in there. Black, white, and red aesthetic overall. And refocus. Okay. Sorry, back to my hopefully speed installation. Where'd my processor go? That's over here. Triangle on the corner. Goes in like so. Oop, oop. There we go. LGA cover pops off by itself. Bravo. Memory. G-Skill Trident Z's. I'm going to assume I know what the right slots are for these. Usually it's the further slots away from the socket, but you know, sometimes it's harder to tell. Oh, you know what I should do first? I should probably do the CPU cooler before I get these other memory sticks installed. This is one that I fortunately have done several times before. So here goes. We just have some standoffs. Let's punch in. Punch in. Oh, I love being able to do that. Focusing again. Okay. One, two. Oh God, come on. This is one of my favorite things about building on X99. It's the built-in backplate. Glorious, glorious built-in motherboard backplate. No need to flip the stupid board over or any of that crap. It's just awesome. Alright, I gotta make sure I'm orienting this right. Also gotta make sure I'm gonna have enough clearance. Looks like I'll be alright. Clearance looks okay. Looks like I also have enough space for the graphics card too. Cool. Those go there. Little bolts go on top. Come on. Anyone is no, I'm not installing that processor. I'm using this is a 5930K. It's the processor that's in there right now. This motherboard is compatible with a wide range of processors. I can't. I'm trying to tell you guys something without saying it, but yeah. Let's just say there is a very specific reason why I have decided that at this particular point in time, it would be a good thing to set up a new X99 test bed. Does that make sense? Okay. Jesus. I keep dropping that thing. Alright. That's good to go. We now need some thermal paste. I'm going to use this fractal stuff because it was at the top of the pile. I'm going to put on an ungodly. This thermal paste is goopy. That's what I do a lot when it's not coming out smooth. I'll just kind of like massage around in the middle. That probably looks like more than it is on the video. Yeah, it does look like more than it is. I spread it around a little bit, but honestly, the heat spreader on these X99 processors is it's so big anyway. I'd rather have more. Okay, sorry, I was closing the back door. All right. Time for the heatsink. Go on there. Goes right down over the top. We do the quick little press down and give it a little massage. Make sure everything spreads out nicely. And then we just put these little bolts on either side. Ta-da! Wow, I'm almost to 2,200 viewers. More people. I think more people are watching now that I'm not assembling the test bench anymore. That's a really cool test bench, but it took a bit of time to get put together. More than I was intending, perhaps. All right, I'm actually tightening these down pretty well. Even after I get it tightened down, I will still do a little. It's still gonna have a little bit of give there, so I just like to give it a little bit of a push. It's just to get that thermal paste spreading out, squishing around, especially with these heat sinks that have the like the copper heat pipes going on underneath. There's some little ridges and stuff, and I want to make sure it squishes between those and gets over all the heat pipes. Okay, so there we go. Now I'll install the rest of the memory. Ta-da! We have specialty fan. This is not the fan that came with this Enermax ETS T40. The one that comes with it has a bunch of gaudy LEDs on it. They're not terrible, but I mean, they're fairly gaudy. I chose this. This is a Gentle Typhoon, which is one of my old favorite types of fans. Still does a really good job. Very good for static pressure. Harder to find now. But it's also gray, so it'll kind of blend in and match a little bit, perhaps. Here it is, gray fan. Okay, fans installed. I should plug in the CPU fan power. Hey, this Gigabyte motherboard has a pump fan header on it. I like that. All right, we are so close now. Set that aside. Get that off of there. Get the test bench. Knock over the Fury X. Does anyone... I know at the beginning of this video I vaguely suggested that someone do a straw poll and see if there's enough people who wanted me to put the Fury X on here instead of the 1080. I would mainly do that because it matches better. It's red and white. But, this whole test bed is gray. It's going to be gray, white, red, and black. But even though this is like a red and black, kind of this traditional gaming color scheme that they've been using a lot, I think it will still match just quite nicely with this color scheme for this test bed. All right, I'm gonna zoom back out up here. That's better. And I think I can drop the motherboard on now, right? Let's get this SSD dropped in over here. Right? That's where that would go. Oh, sorry. I am sorry. I'll be right back, everyone. Apologies to headphone users. Hi, everyone. Oh, no. Oh, I know what happened. Sorry, guys. One sec. Lost power. Turn back on camera. Damn it, Kyle. This is Kyle's fault, by the way, guys. damn it. One sec. Well, that looks beautiful. Guys, I need to cut the stream and restart it real quick. My apologies. Okay. I think I'm back now. Yes. Okay. It's focused. All right. I'm back. That was Kyle. 100% Kyle trolling me by ordering a pizza and having it sent here, even though he knows I'm live streaming. It was very helpful. It also caused the dogs to run to the door barking very loudly, as a lot of you probably heard. Kyle is not here. Kyle is not physically here. He had a pizza delivered, and the dogs running across unplugged the camera, and that's why we had that weird thing with the camera just now. Ha ha ha, Kyle. Ha ha. He's in chat. He knows that we're going to be traveling together for the next 2 weeks. I'm sure there won't be any opportunities to retaliate. But enough of that. Let's move on here and get the rest of this system set up. Because Lord knows I have a lot of packing still to do. Like a pretty significant amount of packing still to do. So let's dispense with the pleasantries. Alright, I think these are the right screws to attach this from the bottom. Yes. Alright, I like that. I like that. Oh, and Kyle, I gave her a pretty nice tip. I mean, it's like 25%, but you know, it's pretty good. Yay, alright. SSD's installed on there. Not too bad at all. Also give you a nice view. I like the view you get of a lot of the hardware here. I mean, granted, the motherboard's going to be on top here, but you can still see through some of the stuff going on underneath if you want to. I think I'm going to drop in also, not a good place to pick it up from there. Definitely use the sides. I'm going to install the power supply, I think, because again, that's a little bit more tricky, I think, just to... Where would you want the cables? I would usually want the plug to come in the back, right? Yeah, let's do it that way. So I'm just going to feed these through, I think. And thankfully this power supply has nice all black cables. This power supply might end up getting switched out too. It's 750 watts, which is totally fine for what I am planning to do, at least in the near future. But later down the line, if I ever do multi-card configurations, you know, SLI or Crossfire, I might want a beefier power supply for that. Alright, so that's not bad at all. Again, it's got these little brackets, and you guys probably... I have no good way... Now people are... Kyle is not getting that money, Matt. I'm keeping that money that you just tried to give to Kyle. And he will get nothing. There we go. Alright, so yeah. These little rails here, they can just slide back and forth so it can kind of hug your power supply depending on what the length is. Kyle's just jealous because I can render YouTube videos. Yeah? You think I didn't see your tweet this morning? I saw it. Saw all the tweets. Alright, I just need... What do I need? These M.2 or UNC? I do not know. Should have double checked. Actually, I bet the box has. The box must have it. Where'd the box go? Here it is. trying to get the screws to the power supply. Shots fired. No, Kyle. All right, I will. Much as he trolled me, I will give Kyle credit. At least he did pay for the pizza. He gave them his information, so it wasn't like they arrived and were like, "You owe us, you know, X amount of dollars for the pizza." Kyle paid for it, so at least he trolled me in a, you know, he was somewhat honest in his trolling, so to speak. Oh. Where did you go? Oh, there we go. All right. Go in. That one was finicky. It's alright though. Went in. One more. Is Kyle my sugar daddy? No. Kyle is. I don't know what Kyle is. He's either my greatest nemesis, or perhaps my closest friend. No, probably a combination of a little bit of those things. No, I don't mind Kyle giving me a hard time. I would have been a little bit more irritated if I hadn't gotten the stream to pop back up. That would have been like, that sucks. Yay! All right, motherboard went on just fine. Just dropped right in there. That's super sweet. Now I need these little guys again. Oh, this is a challenge. All right, Matt, I have more feedback for you and the team at Primo Chill for these. These little hands tightenable screws that go on here seem pretty nice. However, I'm experiencing a situation here, and this has a lot to do with the motherboard as well as the standoffs, which is that this motherboard has this plastic material going around the outside, which I don't know how well you can see it. You can't see it. It's blocked by the... No, don't lift by that. So this plastic covering for the motherboard for the G1 Gaming around the outside here basically makes it so I can't really tighten these down all the way. Which again, that's not the biggest deal. Getting them out is actually going to be real... I didn't even consider getting them out of there. I might not be able to get that out. Alright. What can I do here? What are my options? Usually standoffs go the other way and you're screwing a screw in there or something. I'm not going to screw that other one in there. That's what I'm going to do. Because that literally would be a pretty major challenge to get out, I think. Alright, so for now, I'll do all the other ones and that'll still be plenty. And the standoffs are still there, so it's still got the support it needs. But suggestion number 2. Again, guys, Matt mods PCs on Twitter. He did a really cool mod in the NZXT Manta that we showed off. He's been working with Primo Chill now, so he's been helping to do some of their rollout and launch of this Praxis Wetbench test bed that they have produced. It's what I've been building this all day today so far, and I really like it so far, but you know, I'm trying to give a little bit of constructive feedback, constructive criticism where possible. And these, I guess it comes back to these standoffs. The standoff solution could definitely be improved on here. Again, not terrible, still functional, still works. And it doesn't seem like it's, you know, low quality or anything. It's gonna hold it on there just fine, just from a ease of use standpoint. Particularly the motherboards that have these little housings over wherever these standoff mounts would be. That's going to cause, like, I do not know how I'm going to remove that one. It's not down all the way, so I'll probably be okay, but it's down, it's like beneath flush with the plastic piece, and there's, I'll probably have to get some, like, tape or something and stick it on top, and then I can back it off or that kind of thing. But anyway, apart from that, yay, everything's on there, cool. Let's get some power. Power is gonna go over. Where the hell's going on? What just broke? Oh, these are zip tied. These are twist tied together. When did that happen? Okay. But yeah, you can kind of see now, you know, just the way this it gives this kind of presentation. It's very visual, you know, and you got the test bed right there. When we get the graphics card, it's going to be right there, and it's pretty cool. Right, cable management wise, of course, it's all going to be very visible and stuff, but you can pass through these little gaps. Get the power plugged in, like so. And we got some CPU power. Oh no, Nori's growling again. Nori's angry. She detects. I don't know what she detects. Oh, there she goes. Maybe Josh is watching too, and now he's gonna follow up. Hey, like I did a little bit of cable management there. Maybe. I need just a little bit more cable. Come on. I think this will be alright. Or not. Oh, it's right on the edge. Come on. Ah, I got it. Again, I might never be able to unplug these. That's okay though. It's modular cable. I can unplug it from the other side. Come on. Oh. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. That's there. Tuck that back in there. Sweet. This is actually coming together. All right. Graphics card. And here's where, again, I've left this bracket up on top. I've left it floating for now, so I can tighten it down when I get the graphics card lined up. Graphics card, can you? Yeah, you guys can still see what's going on. There we go. Oh, that lined up pretty good. Okay, cool. I'm gonna tighten this from underneath. Wait, can I do that? I can't do that. I gotta tighten it from the top. This thing again. Ah. Didn't scuff it. It's fine. Alright, that's nice and solid now. They do give you little top pieces for securing of the PCI expansion slots. Just drop a couple of those on there. Oh, go in there. Go in there. You're so close. There we go. Cool. Alright, so that's on. And, oh wait, gotta plug in the peg power. Can I loop this around again? I just don't want too many cables hanging off the bottom if I can avoid it. Sweet. Perfect. Cool. I'm stepping on things. All right. there are two things that I have not done. I haven't wired up the SSD, and like I said, I have not installed the power switches that I think pop on the side there. Again, that was just to save time because this video has already been significantly longer than I originally intended. We're coming up on 2 hours here, but you know what? This is all together, so I'm happy with that. Power supply's in place, so that's good. Everything seems to be lining up pretty well. So overall, I think it's a pretty nice little build. I think I should at least do the service of powering it on, because we do want to check out the light show on the Gigabyte motherboard if possible. Although it's just going to be default configurations because I don't have an operating system set up or anything. But let's give her a shot. Switch to on. Wait, no, that was the wrong way. Wrong way. That was off. And I could have sworn there were surface mounted power and reset buttons on this board. Or perhaps I'm completely wrong. And there are not. I think I'm wrong and there are not. Or they're hidden somewhere. Whatever, it's okay. We'll do the old school method. Yay. Just a quick boot loop. And we should be good. Or it's going to continue to boot loop. What did I do wrong? Or it might just be the board. Oh, I am boot looping. Oh well. And so it goes with live builds. Actually, I wonder what might be causing that. Do I have a short somewhere? I don't know. Well, oh, those are LEDs though. That's kind of cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this board is not working exactly, or I don't know. There's obviously clearly something going wrong here because I'm boot looping. It's starting up for a couple seconds, and then it's turning itself off, which can be caused by a wide variety of things. Probably not a short, because it wouldn't be starting up even at all if that was the case. But such is the way of the world when it comes to building your own system. Turn off. That should be turning off now. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do to finish off this live stream is turn it back on, grab the camera over there, show you guys a closer look at it, even though it's just gonna be boot cycling over and over again, and that will wrap things up, I think. So give me just a moment here to do that. Also, there's the very real possibility I will unplug this camera again, and the video will go away entirely. I'll try not to do that though. Okay, here it is. Zooming out. Alright, so there's the system. Bit of a closer look. This is the Wetbench. Looks pretty nice. The system's on it. Power supply's down under there. And let me give one more shot at starting up this board. Well, as you might be able to see, the board turns on, you got some LED lights, you got a little bit going on right there. When it's on, you got a little bit more going on up here in the amp up audio area, which again, will light up in just a sec. There it is, it's beautiful. Now it's gone. And then the one that we were kind of speculating on yesterday, because we first saw this board yesterday, is down in here between the RAM slots. They put some LED strips going all along there, which actually is pretty cool. I think that's a cool location for them. And if the board lit up all the way and stayed on, then we'd be able to view them for more than a few seconds, but you know. Oh wait. I just discovered what I did wrong. Look everyone. If anyone else wasn't, people are probably screaming in chat about this. Look, my RAM's in the wrong slot. Let me fix that. Hold on. I don't know what to do with this camera now though. It's too... Oh, live streaming, it's so fun. Okay. Different view. All right. See, I thought it was finished, but now I gotta fix this. Okay, power is off. Power supply is off. That's a silly mistake. Ta-da! I bet that will help. Okay. Let's turn it back on. What do you know? No more boot looping. Wonderful. All right, sorry guys. I know the camera work is very awkward right now, but give me just one more moment. Oh, that's way better. Okay, so clearly that mistake was user error, which has been fixed now. But we also now know that these are RGB LEDs because they were white before, and now they're red. There and there. And then again, you got those LED strips going down in between the RAM slots, which again, kind of a cool spot for them. And look how much friendlier it's being now that I didn't have memory installed in the wrong slot. I feel pretty silly about that. Okay, guys, I don't think I have it in me to set this camera back up to give you a kind of a more traditional closing shot. So I'm gonna end this live stream just about now. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking with me. I will be using this test bed and this test bench in the future for future videos and coverage, benchmarks, all that kind of stuff. And hey, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to hit the thumbs up button, toss a like my way, that would be much obliged. In the meantime, we're heading off to Computex, Taipei, Taiwan. We're going to have a bunch of coverage for you in the next week or two, so stay tuned for all that. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. I wish I had some way to turn the stream off right now, but I can't until I put the camera down. Okay, let's do that. There's a nice view of the underside, the seedy underbelly of the Praxis Wetbench.